Who are you going to bring up tonight?
Binit. Is
Okay.
Binit out there? There you are.
Where's Binit?
All
Everybody
right.
give Binit a hand. And Binit, you're originally from Nepal, right?
Yes, sir.
I remember.
Thank you. Well, my better half is here
Oh
too.
my gosh, you
Want a
brought your
microphone
wife
too?
with. That's awesome. Do
I'm sorry?
you want a microphone?
Sure.
Why not?
Well, she's going to steal the show now. How are you going to stand next to her?
I want to shut up and let her speak this time.
Oh, okay.
She calls the shots, right?
That's right.
All right. And make sure we hold them up high when we talk so they can hear you online. Okay?
Hello, hello.
So tell us a little about yourselves.
Oh, we ready?
We're ready, yeah.
Are we all ready?
Do you want an entourage?
Are we all ready? Okay, let's go. My name is Binit Gupta. I'm from Nepal originally. My wife, Matinka Dobreva, she's from Bulgaria. We met back in college in 1999. Got married in 2007. Have 2 kids, Victoria and William. And we left our job back in the days, and been doing multifamily since. And very fortunate to be here today with friends and families, and definitely great mentors and Mr. David, the king. Right?
But really quick, because I think it's important before we get it started. Do you remember several years I used to beat you up saying, join the program, you could do this, because you were in retail sales. I remember your story. And
Yes.
you kept going, nah. Tell us, I want you to be real with people that are new.
So just give you guys a little bit of quick snap over here. Back in 2013, I swung by here just like you guys sat over here. I thought it was all a scam, so I left. I couldn't figure out, the real estate, very well because I was in a business, retail business, and I was working at the same time too. But I saw cash coming in every day, but didn't realize that equity capture. The equity is what makes the biggest money, right? And I did not realize that part. Always about cash. But 1 year later, when I left the job, I came down here to redeem my $250 that I paid for 2-day class. I was so cheap. I'm like, you know what? I gotta use.
You
that
want a
ticket.
refund
Yeah.
on the basic class.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? This is
That's
not right.
cheap.
I want my money back, right? So I came to get my money back, but I ended up signing up. And from there, I have not turned around. I have not looked anywhere else. To be honest, this is one of the best places to be, and this is where the bus stopped. And thank God I got on the ride that day, and since then we've been going 100 miles an hour.
Now, I know you don't have slides for this, but I just want to share a little bit. Let's go back to your first deal really quick. We don't have to go. What was your rate of return? I want to show you that it was worth you doing this eventually, and even though I beat you up over it.
Yeah.
How much return was on your first deal?
We bought in Louisville back in 2015, and we still have that. It's 22 units. Back in the days we bought that. We have returned so far 500% return, and we still have the deal cash flowing 20% every year, year after year.
Now, you see how excited he got there. That's how excited he gets. But a 500% return. So take whatever money you have, 25K, 50K, 100K, and multiply it times 5. I just want to show you the power of real estate once you believe.
That's true.
Okay.
True.
You remember what I told you when we walked through that property?
Yes.
What?
That was your hometown, right? That's where you lived.
I said, I used to live in this unit right here when I was a kid.
So,
It happens to me
and-
all the time. I have like three or four properties
Yeah.
in lifestyles. I live there.
And the funny thing is that when Don was buying a property in Denton, and guess what? I still lived there, Don, when I was in college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we went to UNT, and that's
you
where
sold
Don
like
bought
3 or
his.
4 in Denton. You sold a
Yeah.
couple of them, though, yeah.
So it was a good run so far. We've been enjoying and helping our passives to make decent money. Hopefully, we'll make better
And
money.
if you're new, you know what passive is. These guys put together a deal. They do all the work. The passives are the people that put the money in and get a good rate of return and don't do anything.
True.
Okay.
But yeah, you got to learn. And if you don't learn, you can't invest. And that's why we have mentors over here, and the program is very well put together. You lots of videos, an education program, road trips. And I always encourage people, as a passive, you have the biggest job than the lead, because guess what? I'm focusing on one deal, but you are focusing on hundreds of deals to see which one you're going to put the money in. Right. So you got to work harder than the lead, actually, to be honest.
You make sure it's the right person to invest with. We have lots of classes on how to find the right lead.
Absolutely.
Okay. So the next question becomes, why did you decide to do this?
Well, I don't read from the PowerPoint, guys.
I know.
Well, you know why I joined, because again, I was frustrated myself because there was a limit I could do, regardless of my quality that I brought to the team, and I was working for a company. There was a limit. Unless someone dies, I can't get a raise or I can't get a promotion. So I'm not going to kill anybody to get a promotion. But over here, I don't have to kill anybody to get a promotion, right? So that was the best thing that we done.
So dark.
Not saying bad ways, I know.
I know.
Anyways, then again, join because of the fact that the way when I first came here, the day one, I saw lots of good people over here, made me change my mind. And I figured that this is the place I belong, you know. And in a heartbeat, on that day, instead of asking for a refund, I joined up. And next day, I went on a road trip. And then guess what happened? There's no turning around. So lifestyle has changed my life, my family's life, anybody who has invested with us as well. The other thing, again, the platform that they provide right now is so awesome that I have to work little and get more out of it. And that was the best thing, because I could do lots of retail business out there. I had a plan to open almost 10 retail shop, a special beer and wine store with cigars in all the Metroplex. And I was a pioneer to sell a single bottle beer in a store. You can come into the store and buy one single bottle, any brand, any brewery, right? That was something no one had done before. Central Market did that, but was not very successful, because guess what? You only can buy a 6-pack mix and match. But I said, buy mix and match anything. So the idea was
So you went for the lowest denominator of person that wanted one beer to get drunk.
Yeah. But the main thing over there, what I saw, that I gotta spend my time. There's no one to support me to provide that platform or that path to move forward and saying sky's the limit. And when I walked in here, I figured out, man, this is ocean right here. I was swimming in a small pond, because the knowledge, the experience people do have, and the education that you get was mind-blowing. And that's what I changed. I said, stop with the retail. I'm moving here, man. Mm-hmm. And we moved here. We put all our money together, bought a deal, we invested first day. I joined, and road trip happened, and Monday I signed a subscription. I mean, I was so stingy looking for my money back, and I went and spent $75,000 in 2014, which was a big number.
Invest with someone else your first time. Okay.
And I did not know the lead properly. I just saw him over here and walking around talking good stuff. I'm like, here you go, man, let's go make money. From there on, we never turned around. So that's why I said what Lifestyles gives you right here is unbelievable. And I don't think, I have visited a few other programs out there. People do talk about it. But to be honest, I really felt family over here, that we do connect very well with lots of members. And that was the biggest thing that I took home. And that's why, my wife said, no, join, go join. Don't worry about it. We lose money, no big deal, but try it out. And that's what I keep telling people that.
Not quite like that. There you go.
Didn't say lose money, but in the worst case worse, you lose your money. But what I'm telling people right now is that the reality is that it's not what lifestyle can do for you, right? You got to do something for yourself. Their education program, mentoring program. And if you don't step up and follow the rules and follow the guidelines and follow the path, you will not be successful. If I have just sat there, I'll be just sitting out there cursing every day saying, what the hell did I do?
In other words, what he's saying in simple English is there's the 80-20 rule in this room. What does that mean? 20% step up, listen to their mentors, follow the map, get educated to make sure they get good returns. Yeah. The other 80% go back to their 401k. So you finally stepped up. Once you got over your, stubbornness, it wasn't fear for you. It was you were cheap. So
I was cheap.
But I know you. So, I knew you for years.
That really made me think a little harder. And I figured out that if I don't do my job, I'm not going to be successfs Right. Education is here, mentors are here, everything is here, but you got to step up and do your work. Don't be scared, because we do have, now it's not we, as a member, I'm telling you, there is a blueprint for success.
Right. All right, so let's get in your first deal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not your first deal. This is your, wasn't it, fourth?
I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
7, 8, yeah.
7, 8. I know you did a bunch of them, so.
Anyways,
This is the little one you bought.
Oh, this is the little one. This is the little one we bought. This is 320 units right here built in 1984, right here in Irving.
How far away is it from the office?
From here is 7 miles, 8 miles?
Yeah.
7, 8 miles,
Pretty close by, yeah.
So I love to buy in Irving. What I have figured out, the success is here, that what you know best, keep doing it, right? And that's what Lifestyles teaches as well. They know what is the best, and that's why I keep repeating the same thing until you really find some better solution, and then you go for it. So I figured out Irving is where I bought quite a few properties and been very successful. And we tap into this one. Yes, it's a large property, but there is a different things why we bought it. There was lots of different good things about this property. But anyways, purchase price was $155,000 a door. Cash out of pocket was $27 million. That's a lot of money.
Hold on, slow down. I got to slow you down.
Yes.
You just said 27 million. Nobody in this room has 27 million. So I want you to understand this. Here at Lifestyles, we have people that are IROs. That means you buy an apartment by yourself, an independent rental owner. This one is what's called a syndication. So he is called a lead partner, okay? And then he has other investors called passive investors. So I'm going to give you some questions because 27 million sounds insane. How many partners do you have in this deal?
349.
So it's 349 families. And I want to break this down a little bit further because we have people watching online from Hawaii, all over the place. Are all of your partners right here in Dallas-Fort Worth area?
No, sir. All fit almost.
Name a couple states they're from. I'm sure.
Well, Hawaii, California, even New York. We got people from Arizona. I mean, Pennsylvania, Colorado. I mean, Colorado's a big one too. Lots of people love me from Colorado, Florida. Yeah, I know. So lots of people from different part of the nation.
You remind me of Adrian. I don't know why.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to cut you off. Live where you want to live, guys. Invest where it makes sense. So maybe you're living in California and it's not good for real estate there. You can invest with a member that's doing a deal here in, for example, his happens to be here in Irving, Texas. Now, I'm going to ask a couple more questions because you have 349 families investing in this deal. Of those 349 families, how many of those families actually came to this property and actually walked it? What do you think? Because I'm trying to make another point out.
Honestly, too, maybe 10 or 15.
10 or 15. So you walked it? Okay.
Yeah.
Todd's in the deal.
Oh, that's my buddy right there. Yeah.
Yeah. My point is this, guys. The guys from California, Hawaii, they just want to make a great rate of return. So they just want their checks. That's the goal. So that's why I bring this up. And, we have deals here at Lifestyles. People invest as little as $25K. Some people might put $300,000-$400,000. It all is relative to how much you have to invest.
My lowest was 20,000.
Okay, so now this is why I'm going to give him a hug for this, because even though he's very big and done lots of deals now, he didn't forget the little guys, the nurses, the truck drivers, the people that don't have $1 million yet. You understand that? Give him a hand for helping the little guys. So he took one investor 20 grand, and that's very important to me because people are like, why am I up here? Why is Don up here? We are multi-millionaires. Why do we teach others? We're giving back. We wouldn't be on the stage if it wasn't for a man named Del Wamsey taught us, gave us the map. Then we give this next generation like Binit the map. And now he's taking that truck driver and making him learn how to double his money as well. So that's why it's powerful to me.
Thank you. Just cash out of pocket 27, so don't be scared. It's about cash and cash. It's about your $20,000 or your $50,000, what they're going to do. Don't worry about the bigger picture. Focus on what you have invested and what's your return going to be. Initial financing was $29.4 million, and we have total budget was $5 million. Rehab budget was $5 million. I know that sounds very big, but yes, it's a big project. We got to spend lots of money to make the real money out there.
Okay.
Oh, my picture missing. Oh, come on. Sorry.
What's the picture of? You can describe
That's
it.
me right here. Okay.
Oh, it's you. Okay.
Just kidding. Anyways, total income right now, we're looking at this is yearly number, okay, guys? So $5.7 million yearly income we're looking at. Expenses, $1.9 million. A monthly cash flow, $125,000. That accumulates to almost, $1.3 million yearly. Net operating income right now, we're trending $377,000, $3.7 million. Cash and cash return, we're projecting, and we have actually started distributing 5.5%, but I held back 1% just for, I like to move around a little bit. Yeah. So total distributed just last month, $220,000. And then
don't worry about, okay, if you're new, this is a lot of confused stuff. Cap rate, I will break all this down. I will teach you all this weekend. If you're brand new, let's just keep it simple. It's like investing in a bond, making about 5% return, tax-free. Everybody follow me so far? Remember, this will all be tax-free.
That's true. Tax-free, baby. Cash distributed till now, which is $270,000. The property currently worth $68 million. So we bought it for $49,750,000.
It's already went up in value.
And it went up in value because the NOI has gone up.
Now, what he's saying in simple English, because you don't know what an NOI is, the more money the property makes, as he starts raising rents, as he starts fixing up units, as he starts doing this transition, the more money it produces, the higher the value is. And that's what I'll teach you. It's called forced appreciation this weekend, how to do that mathematically. All right? So here's the picture. There's a picture of you.
Oh, yeah, there's a picture. There are a few good friends. One from Vegas, Lawrence from Vegas.
Okay, some of your different
San
places.
Texas, San Antonio, and then we have Dallas people.
That looks like Carla.
Sorry, I don't remember everybody's name. But that was
That's
our
Carla.
First. Yeah, Carla right there from San Antonio.
She's in San Antonio. I remember her. Yep.
So there's sorry, my bad.
Okay, don't worry about it.
So that was the name when we bought it, Cielo Azul. We named it Irving Park. I have tendency to name everything after my kids, things like that. But this one, I figured that it's a giant property. It's in Irving. I got to carry something with the Irving in there.
So Irving Park was this big word to come up.
Yeah, and there's a park close by. It took me a long time.
Yeah. Threw a dart on that one. Okay.
There are a lot of apartments in Irving.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
And Probably the first 10 names we came up with were already taken.
Oh, okay.
So
So like, whatever works. There's that one available.
Well, yeah, we wanted it to be easy,
Okay.
and connect to Irving.
So this is one of the pictures that the first year that we did. We taken down some walls, and it was fun. Full rehab was done. It was rented for $1,849. When we got there, the rents were $1,300 to $1,250 for a unit.
So you went up about $500.
Yes.
Give him a hand once you learn how powerful that is this weekend. So basically, in simple English, he went from hood to good. If you look at the left to the right, it looks a world of difference. Dell teaches us something called best product, best price, and that is beautiful property. Okay.
Thank you. Again, we also did some balcony work, which is a trending nowadays. So we thought, cedar balcony and solar screens, added those. They really changed the look of the property. There are lots of things the previous owner had done, some exterior work. We took those and we did not want to spend there. We started spending where it should produce quality value for us in the long run.
Awesome. So this here is a little confusing. Lots of numbers moving around. If you're new, really it comes to the bottom line. That's my rate of return. Now, explain to them why you don't make a great return the first year. What's going on with the property?
We spend lots of money out there to fix it, right? We want to make sure we make the property look a little better than what it was before, so attract more prospects over there, because we're not only trying to rent them good product, but also trying to raise the money, the rent. So to do that, you got to pour some money. Best product, best price. That's what we get taught, and we do exact same thing. So initially, first year, my projection was $1.5 million to spend on the property, and thereafter $1.5 million thereafter, all the way to 5 years. So that's why you can see there is a capital expenditures, and the mortgage payment is $3.2 million. So we did spend almost close to $1.7 million over there. You can look at the rent, first year, second year, third year, we're projecting. We're on track. We had a little bit of a dip last 2-3 months. November, December was kind of a little tight months, but we're catching up again, and we're heading out. But again, this is a 5 years project, but we're showing you 3 years because the slide doesn't take more than 2 years, right?
I get it. So we got to make all the slides the same. So,
yeah.
Yep.
So on 3 years, we're looking at cash and cash return wise, year 2 6%, and year 3 6.5% to 7%. That's what we're trending right now.
Now I want to go back to your first deal. Did you tell your people they were going to make a 500% when you bought it?
We were thinking about 60 to 70%.
So I just want you to keep that in your mind, 60, 70%, because we teach people to be conservative. I don't want them over-promising. If you get a 7%, that's great. You know what I mean? But I don't want them saying, you're making a 50% return a year. So give them a hand for being conservative, because that's what you should be doing. Okay? And by doing all this and transitioning property, that's going to add value on the back end. That's what this next slide is.
This is the reason I walked away first. I'm like, 6% you're going to give me? I can make 15% or 20% on retail. But the last slide going to blow your mind. I mean, not on this slide, but I mean, the main thing that what happened, the equity capture, right? And that's what you can't do on retail, because retail, you cap out on your value of the property, regardless how much your transaction you do. Over here, your net operating income dictates your value of the property, and that's what will make the big bucks. So right now, if you look at from the, when we bought the property, the net operating income was $2.37 million. We have bumped that to almost $3.77 million. That's a huge gap that we're creating, because we poured lots of money up front as well to create that environment where residents love it. We get lots of referral, lots of foot traffic as well. So that way people can refer to each other, and we're rating the rent easily without having a problem, because people can see things are happening. The previous owner had this property for 9 years. He got tired somewhere between, and then things just start deteriorating. Even the tree limbs were you can just walk and touch all the tree limbs. So we had to do. And
this is very commonly saying these owners, they own it a long time. They don't infuse more capital. If you don't, so it needs a new owner to infuse capital to brighten everything up again. You look at the interiors. That's old sticky tile from 10 years ago. You understand? What kind of rents can you get?
Yeah.
So, right,
they were still renting it for $1,200. So I'm like, what? If you're gonna pay $12 for that, I think you can pay $1,700, $1,800
for having a nice unit.
You haven't had much pushback on that.
No pushback. The recent market is right now a little bit of a trending because the interest rate and fluctuating. People do have a little fear. So we don't want to keep pushing further, but I have unfortunately bad tendency of pushing rent too high. And I do that. I have been doing that, been very successful. But again, we got to watch out what do we do because 320 units property,
Yeah.
we don't want to overwhelm people with the highest rent possible. So
You don't
we
want to mass
balance it out.
exit, so you're doing it carefully.
Yeah, we also balance out our rehab to see what we need to do because not everybody can pay $1,900 rent. So we have people paying $1,400 to $1,500 to $1,700. We tear that out.
Staggering
because-
it, yeah.
staggering.
How much of your exterior do you have completed? The rehab that was on the plan
Yeah, so
initially?
we got the entire property fencing done.
Okay.
Entire property solar screens done. And we have done the parking lots, lots of parking spots or damaged concrete. We have that done. We have 2 pools. First pool was renovated. Now we're doing the second one, which is the big one, major one. We have tear down almost everything beside the hole. Yeah, but because I want to create the environment where people want to walk in there and say, wow, this is the place I want to live, right?
So from the street, everything on the exterior is done.
Yeah.
He'll be working on the interior. So
Yes.
when you drive up to the property, you don't know what each individual unit looks like on the
that's true.
inside. You just know the ones that he shows
But the
you.
outside
So
already
that-
looks more inviting, like a home.
And that's what we do. We teach to do all of the exterior first.
First, yes, absolutely. So, based on our number, we're projecting right now with the $16.8 million return year 3, which is 62% on cash and cash after we return your original investment. So that is our estimated, but definitely it may go up, it may go higher. So we'll see how it's going to go down the road in next 3 to 5 years. So far, we're doing very well. Knock on wood, things are going well. We can't complain. We're keeping it up, and then hopefully we'll have a better return. Not 500%, but at least our goal is to hit 100%, right? Minimum. So that's where we stand right now.
But now when you make that return in year 3, you're not selling the property.
Oh, no. This is just 3 years.
But what do you mean your goal is 300%?
I mean, that's my number.
Who'd like to make that kind of return?
Well, we're gonna shoot for the stars so we can
Of
get
course,
the moon, right?
of course.
Yeah. Not for you guys. I'm not telling you I'm gonna make that one, but for me, personal goal is right there. You
Okay.
gotta make that because we're working very hard and
Yeah.
we're investing lots of good people's
Okay,
money.
I see what you're
and
saying.
we want to make sure that we have best return. Why would you waste your time waiting on someone to go and make 20-30% for you? We try to make it the best out there, whatever best we can do.
Okay, cool. And you got a strong balance sheet. You got lots of cash reserves.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
even for the what ifs in life, you prepared for that. You're very
I'm
conservative.
very stingy. Remember, I think
Who thinks
3
this
times-
guy's stingy? Who wants a stingy guy? Yeah, you want a stingy
I'd
guy in
like to
charge.
be one of his contractors on the job.
You will get
This
chewed.
guy's a master negotiator when
yeah.
it comes to working with his contractors.
You know, he never wears down his soles because he walks on his arms because he's cheap.
It is definitely a lot of work, to be honest. It's not a joke. When you buy a large property, you got to be boots on the ground and make sure you make the right decisions because one single mistake can cost lots of money. It's not your
Yes.
money. It's hard-earned money by you guys. So we have to be very, very careful when we spend the money because if I don't count, if I don't do my, research 3 or 4, 5 times, if I don't feel comfortable, I held back. I said, you know what? Building is not coming now. I can wait one more day to make the right decision. So that's what we've been taught, to do the right job, to make sure you make the right decision, hire the right people to get the job done. Sometimes, you're going to get delayed by 1 or 2 weeks because of rain. That's not a big deal. But at least your money is safe. You're putting the money in the right place so it can add the right value to the property. So when it's time to sell, you don't have to regret that, oh, man, I wish I had put this money in this bucket, could have been better return. So the idea is to evaluate your rehab, evaluate everything, and make sure you do the right job. That's what we've been taught. I call Don, I'll call Mike, I'll call my, yesterday I was texting, like, hey, dude, you got someone to help me out a little bit real quick? I called my mentor as well. Don is my mentor, but other mentor happened to be my own partner. So we've been just texting all the time. So that's the beauty over here, that you don't have to worry about, you are not alone. You have hundreds of, thousands of people who can come out there help you any given day.
Now, I want to expand on that a little bit. And a lot of you don't realize the power of lifestyles. Yes, we have the mentors and all this, but what we do is we have this mastermind every month in every city where we take lead investors like him and all the other lead investors, and they all open their books to each other and share all that information. Who would like to be a part of a group like that? So, and we don't open that to public because we don't want people, knowing what we're doing in our business, but they'll share. If they get a deal on stoves, everybody will share it together. So think about that in the outside world. If this guy owns an Exxon and that guy owns a Sunoco, do they share information?
Yeah.
No, but here at Lifestyles we do. So it's very powerful.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Well, just about right here, the boss.
This is not, I think, the latest version.
It's probably not the latest version. So, in other words, this is
Yeah.
what they gave me. I'm sorry.
No,
You
no,
can
it's all
do it
good.
off-
This is why. This is why I don't look at the screen. Let me tell you everything and anything. If you guys have, just text me or call me. Visit the property any given day, no problem. How do we increase the NOI? We already talked about
Yeah.
how we put money on the front, the exterior, to make it look prettier, nicer, to more attractive. The second thing that we have to understand, what are the low-hanging fruits out there, right? We're gonna figure out what people are willing to pay for it. So we go out there and understand, okay, they can pay for a stainless steel appliance, maybe $50. Okay, sounds good. Let's put that in there. Oh, they might want to have reserved parking. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Oh, they may want to have a little bit of a picnic area, pay $25, $100, whatever, right? I'm giving you lots of different examples, but what we did is that we were able to raise the rent day one, not just because, I really went and did lots of work, but the rent was already low because the operation was very dull. They were not pushing the rent because the owner was from North Carolina. He was already happy because he had the property for the last 9 years. His mortgage is small. He didn't care if his, property running down. He's still making money. But we had to go out there and make sure we return good return on our investment. So we're gonna go out there quickly do the job. We raised the rent without doing anything, literally nothing, and raised the rent on the renewal by $200 to $300, right? But we figured out that people are willing to pay. But let's see, can we keep them happy and long term? Let's start repairing a few things. Give them something to cherish for, right? LED lights, new fan. There was no ceiling fan in the living room. We added that $50 extra bump right there. So as we continue adding, one of the things that we did over there day one, but I did not implement until third or fourth month, was a parking. In Irving, parking is a big thing. And to minimize the trash from the parking lot, people come and drink their Coke and leave and then drive off, right? What we did, number every single spot, starting from number 1 all the way to 620. And guess what? Every single parking spot was reserved and was sold for minimum $15, and the cover was sold for $50. There was a little pushback initially, but people came to realize parking lot is super clean now. No junk cars out there. No worries about coming home middle of the night and trying to find where you're going to find a parking space.
Yeah, if it's raining, you're with groceries, it's not 2 blocks away.
So that was one of the best easy way we just start cash flowing. Almost right now we're hitting almost $9,000 to $10,000 per month on just the parking revenue.
Now remember this when I teach this weekend, because I teach you about cap rate. You'll see how powerful $10,000 a month is when I show you the numbers.
The other thing also we did, there was a billing company for utilities. They were charging almost $1,500 to the property. What we did was we figured out people don't want to have a bill $29.35. Okay, make a new money order for $29.39. You know what? We'll do a flat billing. We did a flat billing implementation, cut down the actually third-party cost, and we increased our revenue by 20% more because people want to pay more for a flat price. Okay, $50 water sounds good. $75 water sounds good.
Round number,
$20 per tax. So we implement that also as well as we move forward. So those are the small implementation. Actually added and insurance. Now we added insurance as well. We also do offer credit background, what do you call reporting. So if you want to report your payment monthly, credit builder, we added that one as well. We keep adding those things.
And what that means, this is why it's powerful for renters. You're paying your rent anyways, right? It'll build your credit. Maybe you want to buy a house or a car down the road. So it's going to be reported to all three, Experian, all that, and it raises their credit. That's
absolutely.
What it means.
So those are the small things that we talked about, but mainly again, providing the good customer service. Definitely I'm still getting complaints because we're trying to renovate the product. There will be some hiccups here and there, but we are working every day to make sure the residents get the best service. There is no hiccups down the road. If there's a crisis, there's a freeze tomorrow, we want to implement some plans that eliminate all those freeze problem, things like that. So those small things also were able to help us to raise the rent. And everybody who walks in the office, they guess that if you're renewing the lease, we're going to walk your units, see how it looks. I'm going to add this additional stuff for you, and we're going to give you what is the cost of moving for you, and what is the cost of living over here, how much savings you're going to do. When you put everything together and increase the rent by $200, they're like, oh, shit, it's a no-brainer, let's stay here.
That's a technical term, oh, shit.
So, so those are the things that we did, and again, before we bought it, there is to close for 2 hours for lunch. We don't close for lunch. We stay open from 8 o'clock till 6 o'clock.
It's all about customer service. It's just like marriage. What's the most important thing in marriage? it's cheaper to keep her. So if you get them to stay there, it's a better thing for him.
So we have a very good retention, rate right now. So that's helping us as well. So those are the things that you can, small things you can do. We're also adding now washer and dryer for $75.
Yep.
So either I can rent the washer dryer from the contracting company, or I can buy my own for $1,000 to $1,200 and install them for $75. It has good number. It increases the value very drastically. So we're implementing that. We are already got the 15 people signed up, and we're going to be continue signing more people as we go.
Now, wait a minute. I don't remember all those units having washer dryer connections.
No, all 320.
They all do? Mm-hmm. Okay.
One of the best part of the property, you must be thinking, why the heck this guy goes buy 320 units property, right? I don't like to buy bigger property, but this property was special. It's very special, just like my wife, okay? So she does all the good work in the back end. That's why I can talk, right? You can see, right? So this property, when we saw, I keep talking to Mentor, and they also had looked at the property in the past. But the best part is that it's 320 units. You know how many of them are 2 bedrooms? 280 of them are 2 bedrooms. 2 bath and 1 bath, the washer, dryer connections, and balcony or patio or sunroom. Only 40 of them are 1 bedroom. And that's also large 1 bedrooms, right? In Irving area, lots of families living there.
Yep.
So what really happens on this one, to increase the revenue by additional 10%, it doesn't take much. It's not a genius work. It's a simple. You have many 2 bedrooms, you raise the rent by $200. You have lots of 1 bedroom, you raise the rent by $100. Now imagine have a 282 bedrooms, I raise the rent by $200, and I have 41, I raise the rent by $100 only, right? But imagine if it was 50-50, I'm raising the rent, but my revenue is still going to be smaller. Now, for 280, everybody who walks in the office wants a 2-bedroom, and we have them, right? All the neighboring property, their ratio is almost 30% 2-bedroom, 70% 1-bedroom. We got 87% 2 bedrooms and 13% 1-bedroom. The other thing, best part about this property was that when we look at it, it's a 2-phase properties. So you can actually, sell them later on separately. You want to sell phase 1 and phase 2 as well.
A lot of different. Okay.
So there was different things that we bought. So don't be scared when you see the number. You got to look at the property by property and to see if it makes sense for you.
And another big thing, once you own a bunch of properties, you realize if you have 2 and 3 bedrooms over 1 bedrooms, your turnover is a lot less. Families stay longer than people that are in 1 bedrooms. That's what
Absolutely.
I find. Yep. Cool. All right.
So there are lots of ways. Yes. Mhm.
So how's it change your lives?
You can read
Are you
the
guys doing
slides.
better off?
We way better off actually. Thank God. Thank you all guys. But it definitely main thing that for me was I was very, very frustrated when I was working in a corporate world. I was given 40 hours paycheck, but I was working barely 6 to 7 hours. My brain was dying. Okay, and my legs.
And your brain goes so fast; it goes almost as fast as mine.
Very fast. If I don't do anything right now, I'm always itching to do something, and that's why I said if I go kill my director, I can be a director. But there was no reason to kill the director.
You keep getting this killing thing.
I'm
We
saying
gotta
to
choose
kill me-
different words.
I'm saying unless I get her fired or something,
You
right?
sound like Hillary Clinton.
So
That's a
that-
joke. Don't read into it.
So my jokes are a little silly sometimes. That's why you can remember the guy who talks about silly stuff, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so that is the main reason. So the life has changed now. I don't have to worry about reporting at 8 o'clock and sit there, drink my coffee. I'm like, why do I have to come at 8 o'clock and don't do anything, sit in the office? I mean, come on, I'm like, I gotta do something. So that's why when I left, I came down here, and since then the life has changed. We have more time together. I will let her talk now.
No, I just
Good, she gets to talk finally.
I just wanted to just add one small comment. It didn't happen as, okay, let's do lifestyles, both quit our jobs tomorrow, everything's happening.
Right.
It's a little bit of a gradual process. He left his job first, got it going, and I kept my job so we can have the monthly cash flow for a while. And it wasn't until we were sure that we can make it only on lifestyles income that I was able to leave my job and join our operations. So nothing is very quick and easy, but there is a way, and it's very doable, and it's possible. And I just want to say that not having to report to a desk and working for somebody else has been very freeing. And like Binit says, I mean, there's no limit to how much you can do.
Well, Benit still has to report to you, correct?
That's right.
I'll make sure. So I don't know, because it's a small room here and a lot of people are on vacation. Can we ask if any of your investors and any of your deals are in the room?
Oh, I think.
No. Here, watch this. Raise your hands if you're in one of Benit's deals. So look at all those people's hands up.
Yeah.
Every one of those hands up, you've helped change their lives as well. So give them a hand.
Thank you. Thank you all. Again, we actually, and I love to manage my own property. The property that we buy, we tend to manage ourselves. I love it. That's why I'm doing it. And I'm a little control freak, a little bit. That's the one reason. So that's what we're doing. We're trying to make sure the operation is going smooth for our properties, hence better cash flow, hence happier passives, right? They don't bother you. They get the money, they don't bother you. They don't get the money, they will come after you. Jokingly. I'm saying jokingly, okay? But what I meant to say that's what our operation right now make sure that every single investment that we have done, our passive is done, and making money every day. That's our short-term goal, making sure everybody is getting paid on their investment. Again, definitely we love to help other aspiring leads as well. That's what I was helped by a few other members, and I'm in line now to helping other members as well to grow. So don't be scared. Step up and, hey, I need some help. We're here to help.
Really quick, because I want the new people to understand that. So he's very successful. What he's saying is, because you don't know what the word aspiring lead is if you're brand new.
Yeah. Let's
say you're brand new, you come to Lifestyles, you learn what I'm teaching this weekend, and then you decide, you know what, I want to buy my own property, or maybe I want to do like him. These guys with more experience, they're willing to share what they went through with the newer guys. And that's the legacy of Lifestyles, is helping new people.
And one of the best things that I'll tell you right now, that when I worked for corporate world since 2002 until 14 August, I think that's when, I made like 3 or 4 friends to go hang around. But you know how many friends I have made since I joined Lifestyles? I can't even count them right now. I don't even know their names, but we hug each other, we hang around, drink beer, party. Okay?
They all get drunk together, but hey.
Hey, we do sometimes, right? And so that's something that I cannot get anywhere else, to be honest. Doesn't matter how big of a corporation I join. I can join Google or Facebook, something like that, but you still have a very limited group of people you can hang around. But over here, go ahead.
Well, the thing about the friends you have now is that if you want to do something on Tuesday at 2 in the afternoon, you got somebody to do it.
Somebody to do it.
Because we all don't have jobs.
Yeah.
We sound like Democrats.
So that's one of the things. Anyways,
That's a joke.
Yeah. So long term again. Go ahead.
Yeah, I used to hate when I was, working a job and I had time off.
I had nothing to do.
You don't have anybody to do things with.
Although I've learned a lesson. If my friend Don here says, let's go on a motorcycle ride together as a group, don't do that with him.
I wouldn't be going with you.
Yeah.
No, the one of the things that I said, I mean, people need to understand, if you're new, you can understand that, to be honest, there is something going on every week. You can meet people every week. You'll be running out of time. You'll have to leave 2 times, longer to attend all the Lifestyles, activities that they are doing. I mean, this is like one of the best place to be. So, I mean, I miss lots of them. And I always thought, should I go tonight? Should I go tomorrow? Like, okay, we'll go tomorrow. We'll go later on. I miss some lunch again other day. But there are so many things that are happening. So you have opportunity to not only grow your wealth, but also friendship and live better life, because we only live once, right?
Absolutely.
Long-term goal.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. Same thing. Travel the world. We love to travel. Whatever we get time, few days here and there, we sneak out and we come back.
Don't say that around your teenage daughters and stuff. They sneak out stuff here.
Yes. Anyways, definitely build a legacy for our kids. We don't want to give them anything for free, but we want to make them learn. To be honest, I took my kids. We were at the property on Sunday because they don't want to go on the weekdays. It's too much, kind of chaos. Mm-hmm. So we went there on Sunday, and both kids sat behind the leasing officer desk. And actually, they were leasing, and I'm like, man, I'm ready to hire these kids. They were actually truly repeating exact words that are coming from my mouth, because initially when I first started, I used to lease myself, right, everything. And I'll put my phone on the speakerphone, and she hates it. But I know what I'm doing it.
They're listening.
I'm doing it on purpose, so they listen to me. Mm-hmm. They get something without paying any fee, any attention. They remember something. So I was pretty impressed when I saw them trying to lease and looking at the floor plan. Okay, which floor plan do you want? They were doing some role play. It was a fun. So that's one thing I want them to learn because that's what I was exposed to in my family. We had all kinds of businesses back home when I'm from. And my dad always took me, just come with me, just for heck of it, let's go. I'll buy you asking or whatever. We used to go, we'll get bored, but I knew that someday I'll use that information in my life. And today we're using all day. So I to expose yourself to lots of good friends over here. Someone is good at something else, someone is good at something else. So you want to make sure you extend your friendship to almost everybody out there. Don't be trying like a seat hogger and stay at one place, move around, meet people, and get to know them and learn more.
Yeah,
So,
we're all going to go out to eat afterwards.
Absolutely,
Yeah, we all
yes.
hang out.
Beer and David, right?
No, I don't drink alcohol.
Okay, water on him.
Yeah, one on me, Binit will pay for all your alcohol tonight.
That's fine, let's go.
No,
man.
no,
We
no,
did
no,
once.
no. You don't have to do that. You got a bunch of drunk. But no, we do. That's what's so cool about lifestyle. So even after we're done tonight, you know what I mean? We all go hang out. Where are we going tonight, guys? Fuzzy's or what?
Fuzzy's Tacos.
Fuzzy's Tacos. We'll give you guys the address. We encourage you all to, come out with us.
Well, actually, I created a tradition, David. You don't know about it. Every time we get together, we do something silly, something fun, something great, because we don't celebrate enough, okay? So it's March, right? Whose birthday in March? Oh, here we go. We got one. Anybody else? Right there, okay? We're going to sing a birthday song for these people, right?
Okay.
Let's go. In count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Come
Happy
on!
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
friends.
two random people and Chris.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Just for fun, right? Anyways, thank you all. Appreciate it. And just if you guys have any questions, concerns, visit the property, come out there and text me.
We're not done yet.
Not done yet. Oh,
You
sorry.
know, I'm sorry. You got to answer some questions. So if you can get some thanks and shout outs if you want to.
Anyways,
Ready to leave.
yeah.
You guys give me the alcohol.
Yeah. Anyways, here we go. Terry, I don't see your name. What happened?
Just say
I don't
Terry
know.
Gibbler. Operations. Everybody give Terry a hand.
Operation. See?
And we have some questions too.
Okay.
I have a question, Bennett. Can you explain about how you financed the property? Did you get a fixed rate, floating rate?
Oh, very tough question. I was kidding. Now, we regular financing, conventional financing, Fannie Mae, with a 35-year amortization, 3 years interest, 3 years interest only, with a 5.17 interest rate. So those are the numbers. It's non-recourse. It's a fixed rate for 5 years.
But his is fixed rate. It's not floating.
Yeah.
Great question.
Oh.
Poppy.
Hey, what's a pool rehab cost, especially that big one?
Lots of money. Yeah, you gotta come and see it. Then you're gonna say, well, that's not enough money. But yeah, just the pool, the giant pool that we have, to do a fresh scoping, fresh tiles, got out all the plasters, do new plastering, all the plumbings, all the skimmers, fountain, pool house, pumps, everything, $70,000. Okay, 70. I hope I negotiated enough. But coping is a very nice, good coping. This is travertine. Yeah.
What color?
Beige, white, something like that. Come and look at it. You'll find out.
We'll see it next Friday.
Oh, so
a
any
week from-
preferred members, just so you know, they're going to go out to that property next week. So
Next week, yeah.
Yep.
So it's a very big project we have in Seattle over there. We thought of just doing a little bit here and there, but we figured out this property going to worth 70, 80, 90 million down the road. And if I don't spend a little bit of a right amount of money on the pool, it might not attract good buyers. And also, it may not attract lots of good residents who really care for resort. Because remember, Texas, you gotta drive 7 hours or 6 hours to go get to the beach. But if I create a nice resort area, resort-style pool, you may enjoy every now and then. And that's kind of in the back of your head, like, hey, I'm renting something, have a nice place to hang around. So we're creating that ambiance right now to make sure the residents feel very good about it. We also ripped out all the time. I mean, I don't think anybody did that job before, but I initiated it. We peeled and we broken every single piece of concrete. And we expanded a little bit more, adding some green turf, also putting pergola, double grill. And even we moved the pool house that was eyesore. I said, move the whole poor house from here to there. So that requires lots of guts and coordination and finding the right person to do the job.
Okay, cool. Do we have Danielle? You have some online people,
I'm ready this time.
and if you know
Ready.
where they're from, it's even cooler.
Yeah, well, no, some I do. Okay, so Cullen is from Hawaii. And he
Hawaii.
asked-
So it's like 2 in.
oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Probably not that late.
No, it's earlier.
Oh, do we have Hawaiians in the room?
So I know
Other
that
way.
you raised $4.5 million. That was what you had to raise for this property. He wanted to know, how long did it take you to raise that?
Oh, how long time to get everybody to invest?
To be honest, it did not take much long because we have a very good group of investors who are well educated. You don't have to go out there, tell them, hey, I'm going to make you this much money or this much money, because guess what? We're like-minded people. We know what the good deals are, what the good deals are. We know how to read the numbers. It did not take more than 3 to 4 weeks to raise the entire money.
Okay, good question. Do you have any others, Danielle?
I got 2 other ones that are pretty quick. So Aurora asked, from your past deals, what were your typical returns and how long did you hold those properties?
Oh, I'm still holding. So, just to not make you feel anybody different, but any property that I have bought so far, I have never done anything below 3 digits, okay? So 500, 200, 150, 180. The lowest one that we did, was sold in 2 years period. We did 71% after the prepay penalty of 20%. So basically 91% in 2 years. That was my lowest number. The highest number is right now 500%.
And then the last
Oh,
question.
yeah, so sorry. The second part of the question, how long? To be honest, I've only sold 1 deal since I have joined Lifestyle. So that tells you, remember, if you can defer your taxes further and further by refinancing, why not, right?
Yeah, so something I'll teach you somewhere is defer until you die because we don't pay taxes. But think about it. Let's say he buys a property, fixes it up, runs it smooth. 3 years later, he does a cash out refi, pulls money out, gives everybody 100% return. They still own it, so they got all their money back tax-free because it's not a sale, it's a loan. He just keeps making money for his investors, and they take that money and they can put in another deal. Does that make
Have
sense?
more equity in the
Yeah.
property that you
still have
bought.
equity in it. But I'll teach you that this week.
You have more equity.
I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I had one last question. James was asking, what was the class of this property?
Okay.
And he wanted to know, did it change from a C to a B?
The structure, there's a different
year's
way
the
to
build?
look at it. The build was
80s,
1984, so we call it B-class structure, right? And it's in a C-plus area. So our idea is to push it towards B, but to be honest, to do that, you got an entire Irving to come in together. So what we look at, what is Irving doing to make it better, right? I can't alone change the class of the property, actually the physical, not the physical, but the economic situation. I got to lean on to the city as well. The city is doing lots of good work. They're making sure all the drains are working good, the water is working good. They're building new buildings, new structures, bringing lots of good companies out there too. So that will eventually change to Class B minus. So we start with a C minus, we'll take it to Class B minus. That's still a good number to move on to see the quality of the product at the end of the day.
And Irving put in a nice parkway right there by you too, right?
Yes, that's
so
right.
Nice new streets and
Yeah, very nice. They're widening the street in the in Irving's downtown as well. So it all depends which city you're going to and how much work you're going to put in and what city you're going to do. Hands in hand, it's going to add up together at the end of the day.
All right. Well, let's give them a big hand. We appreciate it.
Thank you all.